welcome back to Mommy's Minute. Today I'm going to be doing a holiday makeup tutorial. I do get a lot of requests on different looks that you can do for family parties or holiday work parties, so I'm going to show you how you can get a nice cranberry smoky eye with a lip. So if you like what you see, keep watching. So I'm starting off with a completely bare face, and I am loving these two products right now, especially in the winter time when I feel like my skin's a little dull. So I'm going to start with this e.l.f. mineralized primer, and I'm just going to put it on my finger and rub it all over my face and just kind of get it in every little crevice possible. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take my favorite drugstore foundation. This is the Revlon Photoready Airbrush foundation. I'm going to pump that onto the back of my hand and add a little bit of this L'Oreal Lumi highlighter. And I'm going to put that along with the foundation and mix it together with this big buffing brush. And I'm going to just go ahead and mix that on my palm before I apply it to my face. I'm going to kind of do a little stippling motion. Don't mind the little streak I just got in my hair. I will take care of that later. And so I'm just going to make sure I evenly spread that out throughout my face. And you can really use any foundation brush that works well for you. I kind of mix and match different tools that I find I like. Now I'm going to prime my eyelids with this HD eyeshadow primer, and you can honestly just use your concealer that you already have, but I just am really liking this product, so I'm going to use it, and I like to put it on my entire lid and then also bring it down just a little bit to my under eyes. Now for my brows, I'm going to use Anastasia brow pencil, and I'm going to start from the middle and I'm going to work my way to the back. And the main reason I do not want to start from the very front is because I do not want any very harsh lines to make it look too artificial. So I'm going to start from the middle, and then as I get darker, I'm going to work my way up to the front so it just looks a little more natural. And I'm just looking to add a little bit of volume and definition to my brows. So as you can see, I kind of just helped amp that up a little bit, and you can tell from my other brow how much of a difference that makes. And I really like to start with my brows first because I really feel like they do frame your face. So that way I can kind of gauge how much shadow I should be putting on to help everything pop nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and complete my other brow. Now I'm just going to take a little brow gel. You can use clear mascara as well, and I'm going to use that to just keep all my baby hairs on my brows in place for the day. Now I'm going to start with a light color to basically cover my entire lid, and I want to focus on the brow bone, right underneath my brow bone, and the inner corner of my eyes. That's where I want most of the product deposited, and then I'm going to go ahead and just take whatever's left over and put that all over the rest of my lid. And really, I'm kind of blending 2 or 3 light colors, but you can use any one of those 4 colors that you think suits you best. So I'm using a mixture of white, champagne, nude, and cream. I'm going to take a blending brush and go in with the color Taupe and use that as a transition color. I like to do this, especially when I'm working with a lot of colors on my eyes, just so that way everything is layered nicely and not too harsh. So again, it's just really blended. And this is a good base color almost for every skin tone as well. Now I'm going to take 2 colors, Sable and Garnet, and mix those together to kind of get that nice cranberry brown color I really like. And I'm going to use a flat brush to just pat it into the outer corner of my eyes. I don't want to wipe it, I want to pat it so that way I'm making sure that a good amount of color is actually being deposited to that area of my lid. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to both lids. Take another flat brush and mix the 2 colors, light bronze and gold, and I'm going to use that to help make this cranberry color pop a little bit more. And I'm going to start patting it down and just go from the inner eye to the middle where it meets the dark cranberry color. Then I'm going to take an angled brush and I'm going to put it in the color black, and I'm going to just draw out a little wing. And this is going to be where I'm using a powder to really just smoke out the eyeshadow I have. So I'm just going to layer that on and kind of draw a little wing and then brush it up so it just looks nice and smoky. Now I'm going to take another blending brush and I'm going to dip into the color Mauve, and I'm going to use that to basically just blend everything together really nicely and make it look even and just clean. This is one of my favorite liquid liners. This is by NYC and it is under $5 for. So I'm just going to line my lids with a little bit of black eyeliner to help everything really pop. You can already see what a difference that made with just kind of winging that out and really adding the black to my lid. It kind of helps the eyeshadow pop so much more. I really like a defined look. You can always do a little bit more of a smudge look if you prefer, but I like having a nice black line. Now that I'm done with my eyeliner, I do notice I do have a little bit of eyeshadow residue from the dark shadows I was using, so I'm going to go ahead and use that same buffing brush I used for my foundation and just wipe away any fallout. Now I'm going to take L'Oreal Infallible's retractable gel eyeliner pencil and I'm going to line my entire waterline, and I'm also going to line the upper inside of my upper lid. I really think that helps make colors pop as well. So once I do that, I'm going to just go ahead and repeat it just to make sure I have a really nice bold line. Now to smoke out that line so it's not just so harsh, I'm going to take one of these colors from this Physicians Formula pack of eyeliners I have. I'm going to take the lighter color and go from my waterline to the middle part of my under eye, and then I'm going to take the darker brown and finish it off. Then take that same brush you use, that same flat brush you used for that cranberry color on our outer corner, and I'm going to go ahead and just deposit whatever color's left over onto my lower lid to really smoke that. Now it's time for some lashes, so I'm going to curl them with one of my favorite tools right now. It's from Daiso. It's $1.50. Amazing! And I really like it. So I'm going to do that, curl my lashes, then I'm going to use this Smashbox waterproof mascara, which I'm really liking right now as well. And a lot of people ask if you really need to put mascara on before falsies, and I really think it's important because it really helps set a good base and helps everything look really natural, which is super important for me. So once I have that on, I'm going to put on these Miss Adora lashes, which I love. And then I'm going to actually go back in with a little bit more color because I feel like I just want to have a little more of a dramatic look. So I'm going to go back in with that cranberry color I was using, and I'm going to go ahead and also smoke my eye out just a little bit more. There are no rules here with applying makeup. Obviously, if you need to go back and add a little bit more. I always like to start with less and add more because it's easier to add and much harder to remove. Now onto my favorite part, concealer. I really love concealing because I feel like it just really makes your eyes pop big time. So I like to put it on like an upside down triangle. I really think that helps spotlight your eyes a lot. So I'm using my favorite Revlon concealer, and then I'm going to blend that all in together with this little Eco Tools brush I have. I think it's actually a eyeshadow brush, but I really like that it's small enough to use. And then I go in on the other side and I pat it in. As you can see, I'm not wiping anything, I'm patting it because I do not want to take away any of the stuff I've already put on. And then I am going to take my beauty blender and just kind of make sure I'm getting all the little crevices that I may have missed with that brush. Now for some contour. I love this step because I really feel like it helps define my face a little bit more. I'm going to use LA Girls Pro Conceal in a nice dark color, and I'm going to just smile a little bit and go ahead and draw a line right underneath my cheekbones so I get some definition in my cheeks. And then I'm going to do my nose because I have a little bump in my nose and I don't like it, and it's pretty long, so I like to make it look shorter. So first I'm going to draw 2 straight lines directly on each side of my nose. And then right underneath at the tip of my nose, I'm going to draw a little dark line because that's going to make it appear smaller than it is. Then I'm going to blend it. Now for blending, you want to blend up. You never want to blend down because for contour, we want to make all of this go up. We want it to be nice. We don't want to drag the color down. We want to actually push it up. So I'm going to do this. And you want to make sure you blend it until there is no line left. That's really important because we do not want to have any harsh lines with contour. So there you go. See a little definition. Now for my nose, I'm going to take this e.l.f. Cosmetics concealer brush and I'm just going to slowly start smoothing in all of that color. You can use your fingers. I like using them because I feel like that's going to help really rub in that color and blend it nicely. And also I want to make sure I'm not just making my entire nose brown. So I want to make sure I'm taking my time with this concealer brush and my finger to get really good precision on making my nose look really nice and contoured. Now that I've contoured and concealed, I'm going to set all of that with some setting powder. This is L'Oreal True Match. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to just make sure I don't have any harsh lines in my contour areas. I'm going to prevent any creasing under my eyes by setting it. And you notice I'm kind of patting it in. I'm not wiping it on because I don't want to lose any product. Then I'm going to concentrate on my smile lines just to prevent any creasing right under my contour and then a little bit on my forehead because that's where I can get shiny. And then I'm going to go ahead and take a powder matte bronzer from Smashbox. This is in Suntan Matte, and I'm just going to go over all the places I contoured just to kind of help that pop a little bit more. And I know it sounds like it's a little, I know it seems a little weird because we're kind of layering all of this, but I feel like this is how you get a really nice natural look. So I'm going to concentrate on the temples of my forehead, on my cheeks, and then again on my lower chin. So you kind of want to do like a little bit of an E or a 3 all around your face. That's how I like to remember it. Okay, now I'm going to take the highlighter of this little Revlon palette that I love, and I'm going to just put that right at the apples of my cheeks, just so that highlights a little bit and pops. And then I'm actually going to take a little bit, put it at the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, because I want to highlight that area, and then right under my lips and at the bow of my lips. Then, to make sure everything is really nicely blended, I'm just going to take this big fluffy brush with no product on it and just blend it all over my face. Now it's time for blush. I'm going to take this little peachy color and put it just at the apples of my cheeks, so I get a little extra color right above my bronzer and highlight. Alright, last is my lips. Now I usually go for a really nude color, but today I do want to do something for the holidays, so I'm going to do a little something with cranberry in it. I'm going to outline my lips with this Ben Nye lip liner in a deeper cranberry color, and then I'm going to fill them in with this pinky nude lip liner. And I have noticed that if I fill my entire lips with lip liner, it will help my lipstick last all day long. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this cranberry lip gloss, and I'm going to put a little bit of that, and then I'm going to help make everything come together with this more neutral goldish lip gloss that I have. For a little bit more color, I'm going to add some more of that cranberry to just help my lips pop a little bit more. And there's my finished look. I hope you guys like it. Please comment, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much.